I'm doing this mostly for editing purposes, but it'll be more beneficial for you all. We can move the chat over here. There we go. Now you can at least see what I'm working on and what I'm working with now. Alright. It's been a pain because when I put chapters on these for YouTube's description when I upload these to YouTube, it's a little bit of an annoyance. But with this new setup, I'll at least be able to see at the bottom what page I'm on. So for those who want to do read-alongs, you can. I, of course, for legal reasons, can't show anything. But I can at least show you what the page number is. And what chapter we're reading, which should be visible right above here, right now. So with this new setup, anybody who is watching this live can log into Viz's current website and read the most recent chapter. And even if you're watching this like a week or two after I upload this, you can still do that, because you can always watch read the 3 most recent chapters of One Piece. So, for those who actually watch along or read along on either YouTube or on Twitch, you'll be able to actually see all of this. So far nobody's complained that they can't see anything. I don't know if that affects the viewership, but these videos, people are watching these videos. The analytics have been telling me as much. We're primarily a live stream content, or at least in the last couple of years, we've been primarily live stream content. But I like doing these reactions to the One Piece chapters because A, I'm a big One Piece fan, and B, it's nicer to have some shorter form content. I know I do shorts every now and then, but I kind of don't like uploading shorts, mainly because I don't like the vertical format, or having to edit around the vertical format. This is a little bit easier on me, because I can look stuff up if I really need to. But you get to experience what my first honest reactions to One Piece chapters are. And without further ado, I think I've delayed the introduction to this a little bit too long. So, we're going to have a little bit of a just look at the cover page real quick. So I'm on the cover page right now. It's directly behind me, so you can't see it on YouTube. Which is very obvious because you can see from down here, roughly, that's where the page ticker is at. Anyway, One Piece, chapter 1132, Adventure in Elbaph. Wasn't that the name of like a chapter like a couple chapters ago, I think? No, it was RPG. I think Adventure was just a chapter, and then it was Loki in the Underworld was the chapter we read 2 or 3 weeks ago. I guess I should mention Oda's was on a hiatus because for his health. Hope he's doing well, which was an ill timing on when I uploaded that last video. But, okay. Adventure in Elbaph. I believe we're still on, yep. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 19, Udon Castle. I can't believe that this cover page has been 19 chapters, and it still doesn't feel like all that much has happened. Under reconstruction at the quarry. So this is, I think they're in Udon. Because that's where the quarry was. It was being used as a prison in Udon. I can see the factories on cliffs in the background. Yamato, Speed, and Otama are still here. I guess they're on the trail of the person who stole the sword. And beyond that, there's not really a whole lot here for me to further comment on. This is the problem with the cover story format. It's really nice that we get basically one full page for a panel, but when you only get one panel a week, these kind of feel long. So this has effectively been a 19-panel story with not a whole lot in between because the in-between panels are not shown. So we went from chasing someone who stole a sword to now we're in Udon, I guess. Oh, it does say Udon Castle under reconstruction. I missed that. Yeah, Volume 19. Udon Castle under reconstruction at the quarry. Did Luffy blow that up while he was there? Or maybe Big Mom did. I don't have a lot of recollection. I feel like the Wano arc was kind of bloated. I've been very vocal about this in the past. I don't know if it's ever been recorded on live stream. It probably has. I may have mentioned it offhand in a stream, maybe more than once even. But my opinion on the Wano arc is it's not my favorite. It looked pretty. There was a lot going on, but there was a little bit too much going on. It almost feels like 3 arcs that were forcibly shoved together. We got this mini Straw Hat separated in Wano type arc. We got this Luffy in an Impel Down but in Wano arc. And then we got this whole Onigashima Fire Festival arc. It's kind of 3 arcs. Which some people might view that as a positive, but when the arcs don't feel very interconnected and it mostly just feels like we're filling time, I didn't like it. There was too many characters, there were too many storylines, and frankly, I think the whole thing could have been shortened. There's so much that could have been cut out. But that's enough of me complaining about Wano. And the only reason we're hearing me complain about Wano is because we're on the cover story page, and we still have to talk about Yamato. A character that didn't need to exist. Now don't get me wrong, I like Yamato as a character, but their role in the story feels like a needless addition to me. I stand with Randy Choi's opinion, where Denjiro could have achieved everything in the story that Yamato ended up doing. They're good for lore. Hi, Chibi Boy. Okay, well that's enough of the cover story page. I guess I can move on to chat pages 2 and 3 now, I guess. Alright. Top of page 2. I might as well zoom in so I don't really get a lot of spoilers. Yeah, I didn't like that about Yamato. Alright. Woo! It's the Great Eric! The giant pirates have returned. Oh, these are the kids from the bar that Shanks was talking to. Isn't that great? What took them so long? Hey, Captain, so you can drink at the pub? Child of Elbaph. Cullen. Did we get the names of these characters? We might have gotten the names of these characters through Viva cards. I do remember them from when Shanks was here previously, but I don't remember if we got the names of the bartender and the little kid in the Viking helmet. Are you gonna drink at the pub? We got Broggy giving a big nope. Oh no, they're going straight up. Oh, they are? That's smart. If they've got guests with them, once they start drinking, they'll be here for the 3 whole days. If you're going up to the Sun World too, then I've got Ripley's favorite here. And a bit of Daddy's favorite too. Who's Ripley? Do you know about the pirate that Captains Dory and Broggy are bringing here? He was just named one of the 4... Oh, this is in the past. It didn't tell us that. Oh, never mind. No, we can't show the panels. Viz will take us down. I edited it from our previous format so you can at least see what page we're on. You can just go type in One Piece chapter 1132 and you can legally look at it yourself and read along if you want. Because Viz does always make the 3 most recent chapters free for anyone. Because of my Google algorithm, actually, I just type in One Piece and then the number, and it's always the first link that shows up. Alright. He was just named one of the 4 emperors. Even Captain Redhair was talking about him. Don't forget his name, Straw Hat Luffy. Got a panel close-up of Shanks. Okay, I'm off. Hey kid, tell the captains we'll deliver the snacks for their feast later. Yeah, sure. Look, it's the Great Eric. And we got Haryuden and the new Giant Warrior Pirates. Our timing's perfect. The rainbow's just touched down. The rainbow? Are we going to do a Rainbow Bridge reference? Let's ride their coattails. Okay, that's the end of page 3. 4-5. A rain. Oh my god. That's so janky looking. I love it. There's just a rainbow coming out from the fucking world tree atom. Right behind from where the sword is, and it just plonks into the ocean. It's a physical rainbow. A rainbow. It's so pretty. What a huge rainbow. I wonder if it's raining on the other side. Oh, here's the crew on the new Giant Warriors. I've never felt a rainbow so close before. It's really bright and solid. Oh, that's we can see Bonnie with stars in her eyes. I love that Robin's got her old haircut again. I can't gush about that enough. I was not a big fan of the time skip changes to a lot of the characters' designs. Nami's, I think, is the one I tolerate the most. I just don't like the fact that she's just in a bikini top most of the time. It's one of the reasons I like it when she gets a new outfit on every arc, because her default outfit up to the time skip, I think, is silly. The long hair is a fine change. Frankie is a cowboy still. They're supposed to be visible at this... Are they supposed to be visible at this angle? Says Jinbei, looking at the rainbow. It's such a mysterious and beautiful sight every time I see it. Thank you, Lilith. Is it that wondrous to you? We draw them with these painters. What is... Oh, he's holding a prism. They're calling it a painter. Draw them? You mean you created that rainbow? But of course! We're nearing the foot. Ready to go, captains? Oops, you ought to grab onto us now. Ship's gonna go vertical. They're gonna sail up the rainbow. Vertical? Why? Oh, hey, wait! What's happening? Time to go. They're just sailing up the rainbow. I mean... If I had to put this on a list of the weirdest things in One Piece, sailing up a rainbow would be up there. It'd be towards the top, actually. I don't know if it'd be number 1, but it would probably make my top 5. We go right up this rainbow to get there. We'll have a grand feast when we arrive. No, not that part. Explain about the rainbow. Yeah, Frankie wants information. What is this ship riding on? Rainbows are caused by refraction of light passing through raindrops. What nonsense are you saying? You can ride on rainbows. You can? I guess you can now. I'm just gonna have this conversation with my friends later saying, hey, guess what you can do in One Piece because of how the weird physics of the world work? You can just sail up rainbows now. No questions asked. They pull out a prism, they shoot a rainbow, and then they sail up the rainbow. This is so fucking silly. God, I love this series. That's the end of pages 4 and 5. 6 and 7. Oh, that's a big spread. It's like from the edge of my monitor to about here is all one panel. We're really riding on it. It's a tailwind. Perfect rainbow sailing weather. Oh, it's gonna be so hard to keep a straight face. I'm not gonna even bother to try to keep a straight face. I'm just gonna be giddy for the remainder of my read-through. There's no resistance to the flow. So once you've rowed a bit, the rainbow carries you the rest of the way. Gotta row up the rainbow. Jinbei. I bet Luffy and the others will lose their minds when they see this. Yes, Jinbei, they will. I think I've lost my mind already. Skull joke. Yeah, me too. Ow! Frankie's crazy. Alright, we're cutting to Bonnie and Robin now. Wow, it's like sailing on a sea of colors. Even the sparkly sound it makes is pretty. Oh, I guess it makes a cool sound. There are sparkles drawn on the rainbow right where the ship is sailing. There are so many things still to learn about the world. Time to shift out, Princess. Oh, they're singing now. In the background. Alright, Captain Story Broggy. Is Straw Hat there? Well, those ships... Well, whose ship is that? By Haruden and Stanson. Oh, it's been a while, Haruden. Good to see you, bud. Cyborg! I see. So Straw Hat's coming a bit later. We hunted a moose just for him. Ah, moose is tasty stuff. I'm getting hungry already. Only if there's leftovers. This is for the Straw Hat crew. Yeah. Fair enough. Alright, that was a short one because we have a huge 2/3 page spread. Alright, pages 8 and 9. Meanwhile, at the rope bridge connecting the underworld and the sun world. Oh, is Roto still running off with the ship? Whew. Haha, whew. Dun dun dun. The Sunny! Hey, it's our ship! Oh, Luffy's upset. So it's Gerd and Stanson. Not Stanson, I forget his name. The guy with the big mouth and the shield that might be a homie. You must be Luffy, he's so cute! Oh, that's a thought bubble. She's got a thought bubble that says he's so cute. I love little humans. Oh, but I'm not like him. And him is in bold in that speech bubble. I'm not like that weirdo Roto. I don't want to look you up. I just want to be friends. I'm Gerd. That's really not the point right now. Oh, sorry. I know all about you. You were brought here against your will, and that was because of that weirdo I know against my will. My is in bold. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, you mean Bonehead Guy? Bonehead Guy. You just flew up from the underworld. Did you fall down there? Huh? Don't tell anyone about meeting me. Our little promise. Or our little promise. You got that, Luffy? Oh shit, Luffy made a promise with Loki off screen. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. We're not gonna find out any more about what Loki's planning till later, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot Luffy sucks at lying. Hey, it's too cold to be sweating that much. Don't worry about it, man. We're just glad you're alright. Alright, and that's the edge of page 9. 10, 11. It says there's 20 pages at the bottom of my screen, but I don't feel like there's actually 20 pages. I want to see how strong Loki is, too. I really expect Loki to be kind of something else. Okay, Elbaph's Sun World, 2nd level. Now I've found you. At last. Come back to me, my perfect little live dolls. Oh shit, Roto's caught up to them. Eek! Nami and Chopper are freaking out. Oh, that is a gross looking panel of him with his tongue out. Quickly, before everyone else finds out, I have to lock you up more securely than before, so I can keep you for life, my ultra rare Nami. And ultra rare Chopper. I actually found the Gorosei to be kind of impressive, to be honest. Haribopo. What is going on here? I don't believe it. Even animals wouldn't fall for that trap. Oh geez, you overdid it, Zolo and Sanji. We can't get in trouble. We didn't touch him. So I guess they bent a tree and got it to smack him in the head. Or they cut a tree to drop it on him. Let's get going. I want to see this land of giants now. Curse you, tiny humans. Huh? There he is. And the Straw Hats are there too. That sounds like my ultra-rare Gerd. Perhaps she has come to rescue me. I don't... Stop right there, Roto, you freak. And they bash him in the head with a club and an axe. That's a great panel. That panel is half an entire page, so it's already done with page 10. Or that was page 11, I should say. Alright, 12 and 13. Wow, a giant babe! Didn't you see them pass by on the bridge already, technically? When you were hiding? See now, the evidence of our attack is gone. Good point. Ah! Hey, you guys! Luffy's here. Okay, crew's back together. Well, I guess minus the people that are still with the giant warrior pirates. Sunny's here too! Hello there, you must be the Straw Hat crew. I'm Gerd, and this is Goldberg. We're Haryuden's friends. I'm so sorry you had to go through that scary experience. Don't worry, we'll be escorting you from here. Ooh, so Gerd's gonna show us around? Oh, that must be Sanji's bubble. It's covered in hearts. We didn't know what happened to us. I'll explain and make him pay for it. Let's go! Usopp Elbaph Village is supposed to be on this level. Yeah! I can't wait to see it. Just Luffy and Usopp being excited. Just go straight through these woods and you'll reach the clouds. Hitch a ride and you'll see the village. Let's go after them. An island? Whoa, it's an island in clouds. Wait, what if they're not... She said we could ride them. Alright, cutting back to on the giant pirate ship. Once we pass these clouds, you'll see it. Elbaph has 3 levels. Starting from the top, it's the Astral World, Sun World, and Underworld. They show a speech bubble with the tree in 3 tiers. Makes sense. We saw what Elbaph looked like in a previous chapter, so now we have labels for the 3 levels of the tree. So the canopy is the Astral World. The mid-tier, I guess, is where we see the sword sticking out, is the Sun World, and the Underworld is the snowy base of the tree where the roots are, where we saw Loki. That makes sense. We live on the Sun World, where the sun's rays reach. There are a number of villages there. It's too big to see all of it at once. That's our village over there. Wow. Alright, we're going to get a full page spread on the next page. Let's go look at 14-15. Woo! That is indeed a spread. It spreads all the way to here. There's like a thin line here. And then everything else is one big panel. Welcome to Elbaph. Got a giant castle at the end of the rainbow. We got villages built out of the trees. We got a lot of the small huts that we've seen in the Big Mom flashback. To be in the presence of Gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can possibly put this sight into words that convey grandeur? That's some narrator boxes there. Oh, we're getting a flashback panel. You guys, someday I swear, I'm going to Elbaph. To the village of warriors. Alright, Usopp, let's do it. Usopp's crying. I'm so happy for him. I almost never thought we'd get to see this. How many years ago was Little Garden? How many years ago was that? Maybe. I don't actually think Usopp really needs a power-up. I think he's plenty strong already. He's kind of the surrogate for us, the average Joes of the world. Alright. So this is page 1415. I have a feeling we're only going to have 17 pages, so this might be the last page. Alright, 1617. I'll get Robin's reaction. This, oh, and more narrator boxes. This is Elbaph Island, the Kingdom of Warland. Got each one of the reactions of everybody now. Oh, is Sanji just hugging Gerd's thigh? I can't tell. The close-up on Sanji is just him smiling and pressed up against something, which I'm assuming is either Gerd's chest or thigh. But most simplify the matter by just using the name Elbaph for the land of the giants. A straw hat. Oh, Luffy's group is here. We've been looking for you. Did you guys just get here? Glad we found you. It all worked out in the end. Alright, they're coming to the end of the rainbow and they're landing now. Plants, trees, vines, flowers, insects, birds, and animals. Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers, do not regret your lost time here. What are you guys, riding on a rainbow? They're all doing the eyes poking out and tongue shooting out face. Or at least Chopper, Luffy, and Usopp are. We don't see anyone else's reaction to that. Elbaph rules! However, if there is one message you take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaph, let it be this word of warning. Let us on the ship. Do not overstay your welcome here. Louie Arnot, Explorer. Oh shit, hang on. There's a shouted out figure on this last page with like a straw hat. The thin hat. I think it might be the guy that was drinking with This is to be continued, so we're done. Even though it says go to page 20, there's no more. But I think there's a silhouette of a guy here. Interesting. Yeah, I think the guy that was drinking with Crocus all those cover stories ago is here. The one that everyone thinks is Shiki, but I don't know if it was ever confirmed. Anyway, this was a fun read. I really enjoyed this. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Let's go back a page and just read the narration boxes only in sequence. To be in the presence of the Gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can possibly put this sight into words that convey its grandeur? This is Elbaph Island, the Kingdom of Warland. But most simplify the matter by just using the name Elbaph for the land of the giants. Plants, trees, vines, flowers, insects, fish, birds, and animals. Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers, do not regret your lost time here. However, if there is one message you take away from my account, the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaph, let it be this word of warning. Do not overstay your welcome here. Louie Arnot. Arnot Explorer. Because their sense of time... I'm assuming he's making a reference to their sense of time. Because giants live like 300 years on average. So if you spend too long in Elbaph, it might take a lifetime just to explore it all. So if you want to visit Elbaph, you got to make sure it's like a... I guess you could say it's a tourist trap to an extent. Because you show up, and by the time you leave, like it could be like a couple decades have passed. This might be hinting that we might be getting a mini time skip during the Elbaph arc. Or because we spent like a month or so in Wano. I wouldn't be surprised if we spend at least that much here. They're basically just setting up that Elbaph's going to be a long arc. Which might be extending the end of the series for One Piece by another 2 to 3 years, possibly 4. So I theorized One Piece would probably end by 2037. That's my personal theory. as for where we go from here, I guess we'll get some of the crew's reactions to everything. I'm gonna be in my 40s when One Piece is over. That's my theory. I'm gonna be in my 40s. Okay. So I guess highlights. Let's talk about some of the highlights. So, cover story, meh. We got to see the characters from the bar again that Shanks was talking with when Kid showed up. We got to see them sail up and down a rainbow. That's definitely a highlight. We now have more understanding of how the science of, or magic, or wacky wonder of how Elbaph rainbows work. Or if that just might be how rainbows always work and they're just very far in the distance. It looks like Gerd might also be a little bit of a human-obsessed person, but she just doesn't take it to the same weird levels that Rodo does. We got a lot of funny faces from Rode, and he got his ass beat. That was a highlight for me. The crew's already reconjoined, so this little mini arc, I guess, we got was a great introduction. I guess this basically ends our introduction to Elbaph, and I guess you could say the actual adventure starts here. This is honestly the real first chapter of the Elbaph arc, and honestly, moving from here, I'm going to make a playlist of this. We'll update the playlist where we'll put all of my read-throughs from Elbaph in order, and this will just be my reaction to the Elbaph arc. Even though the arc proper did technically start a chapter or two before we started doing these live reactions. But I look forward to seeing what other people's opinions are on this. As for theories about what I think is going to be happening next, I think next week's chapter, if there is a chapter next week, I don't know, it'll probably be a setup chapter. Or maybe we cut away. We could cut away to something else elsewhere in the world, see what's going on, because the final panel does fade to black with a doom onomatopoeia. So we might be cutting away from the Straw Hats next chapter to set up something else. We do see a shadowy figure in the penultimate panel that is someone that might be Shiki, and editor me can probably put a panel up of the guy that was the only reason I think it might be Shiki is because I've noticed that there's a lot of Shiki thumbnails in my YouTube feed lately. So I guess people are assuming that this shadowy figure is Shiki. And he did have a plot in Strong World involving giant monsters, so that could make sense. Someone who's been missing for 20 plus years. And it's a very missable silhouette. I think only because I reread the page that I even noticed it. And yeah, this has been a fun read-through. And it looks like we're going to have the full crew here, and they're not going to be split up for the entire arc, which is, I guess, a really big plus. But yeah, I'm going to run out of things to say here, so I think we should wrap this up. If you're going to watch this on YouTube later, I urge you to read the chapter yourself. There's a lot of visuals that are lost on you because I can't show any panels. We are going to do these live every Sunday when I get home from work. The time frame of that will change. Shiki was the float fruit guy from Strong World. Yeah, Shiki is this guy. There was a cover story. I wonder if they'll talk about it here. Crocus is talking with an unknown person with Laboon. Twin Caves, chapter 631. Yeah, it was this guy. This is roughly the same silhouette that I saw at the end of the chapter. People think that this is Shiki. It has never been confirmed to be Shiki. A lot of people consider this to be Shiki. It might be him. But the silhouette that I saw at the end of Chapter 1132 does look similar to this, but it was all blacked out. Anyway, that's enough for that. I'm probably going to edit this down and get ready for it to be uploaded tomorrow. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Want to see more of these? Tune in next week when there's another chapter. I mainly started doing these because I've been working a lot on Sundays now, so I don't really have the ability to sit in on Roger's Bases or Randy Troy's streams live. I usually do that after the fact, or I'll listen in now whenever I'm bike riding somewhere or on the train. So I appreciate everyone stopping by, and I appreciate any comments people will leave when I put this on YouTube. So, want to stay informed? The Discord links are on the About page, and that's usually where I announce when I'm going to go live. Until next time, bye-bye.